Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs, and you are about to see a really good round of Gundam Battle Operation. Just not mine. Let's talk about the first mistake I made, which is I did not check my allies' mobile suits to see what map this is. I just saw, okay, I'm in a heavy Zaku, we're on the basic map. I don't usually go up to the top of the arch, let's do that. So, I'm on top of the arch. I'm sniping at things, which they're running lights, and the shot going to and from them makes that a pretty good shot. I miss a few, but considering the level of fog, I think that's, acceptable. But if you have played this situation battle, you have probably already figured out the problem. The problem is, HeavyarmsZero just sent a help tell, which I figured out what it meant too late, that the Gundam Pixie was behind me. I forget whether it's at this point or after it kills me that I realize that it is a good idea if I check the mobile suit rolls, but I didn't know the Pixie could make that jump from the ground. If I'd fired a half second later, I probably could have tagged it. Its machine gun is more than enough to take me out at this strength. I'm just hoping I can get a good angle on it to swing before it kills me. And I'm going to make another series of mistakes very shortly. For one thing, I tackled too soon. Caught it with the side swing on the Heat Hawk, but I also caught heavy arms, which was bad. Apologies. So yeah, I borked that pretty good. Again, I didn't even realize what this round was until it was too late, and I was dead once. Now Zero's in trouble. He's out facing the whole rest of the team out there, while Heavy Arms and MS Bop work on the Pixie. They've taken C. Everybody else has managed to move out there. The Pixie seems to be dealt with. So I'm trying to find a good place to plant and provide some fire support. Hopefully without hitting my team. That's always the goal. Managed to tag one of them. Threw some missiles at him. Did not get the kill, I don't think, but I managed to do some. Okay, I was on the wrong weapon is why I closed with the Heat Hawk. Just trying to line up my shot very well. Should have reloaded the missiles, but that's still a pretty good volley. And there's a couple of things I could have done a little better here. One is I could have put my back to the wall so the Pixie cannot get on me. One is I could have paid a little bit more attention to where I think the Pixie may or may not be. Because I don't know. And that's bad. Took a stun because they've got a cannon type, and there's the Pixie moving right in on me. It's fast enough that essentially escape is impossible, so you really need to be pretty good at your melee timing, and I was not tonight. So I'm dead. I did manage to trip it up a little bit, but for one thing, if the lag had not decided that my knockdown had not taken, that would have been good. And for another, yeah, my timing was off. If I'd managed to at least stop it in place with the tackle, that would have been wonderful. But it was not to be, sadly. Meanwhile, in places you can't see, Heavy Arms is doing some really bang-up business with that Efreet Schneid, which has that big heat axe with the knockdown ability, and when it uses its smoke launcher, it not only gains defense, but it gains a temporary burst of stealth. So, in this fog, used carefully, you can really do some good work with it. That shot went wide because I wanted to try and not to hit my allies, so... But I've just about got this guy if I can land a couple more missiles, and I did for 300 points. Not bad. I think that was the Slave Wraith, which is... I played that in another round tonight, and that was kind of useless. And another kill. Nice. But yeah, the Slave Wraith to me was kind of useless. It's basically... Functionally, it's a Gundam ground type in a funny hat. Missed the Pixie. Think I hit Bop, which is a damn shame. But yeah, it's a Gundam ground type, in this case with a machine gun. It has the chest flare, it has the beam saber. I don't think it has the chest Vulcan, I don't remember, it might. But its claim to fame is that it has the same ability, and that should have stunned too. Yeah, this thing was being most unkind to me with what should have stunned and what actually did. But the Slave Wraith special ability, the standard version, is, and I may be screwing up the Slave Wraith and Pale Rider. I often do that, but I'm pretty sure it's the Slave Wraith. Like the Gem Camouflage, it shows up on enemy radar as a friendly until you fire your weapon or get, I forget whether it's a certain closeness or a certain distance. But yeah, it will show up as a friendly on enemy radar, which can be good, I guess. I just never was able to figure out exactly how to make the best use of that when I was piloting it. I'm sure there's a way, but it is currently beyond me. I think pretty much it would be best used when your team is really mixing it up and you can come in from behind, because you will look, because then they can't see that it's not a friendly and you can get some sneak attacks in. That's the best I know to do with it. If you have any better ideas of how to use it, please, leave advice for me and everybody else in the comments, because it's kind of an odd duck at this point. I did not have any luck with it. But again, not a bad night overall. I didn't win a lot of rounds, and I didn't do very well in the rounds we won. Actually, we did win a fair number. I just didn't do very well in them. But I had fun. It was good to be back. I was saying to some folks, washing dishes is one of the most tedious things in the world, but when you've been unable to do it for a couple of weeks, it's strangely wonderful. So yeah, back's feeling better. Very happy for that. Weather just took a tremendous turn for the cold. And oh god, I'm talking about the weather. I am old. But yeah, it was a pretty good round, and that's pretty much the extent of my kills for that round. We managed to do pretty well, I think. And again, most of the good we did, that was Heavy Arms. Wait until you see his score compared to everyone else's. It is tremendous. The only other thing I've done lately is I did catch Gundam the Origin 4 and just mini review. I liked it a lot. I like all of them, but Gundam the Origin kind of has this Young Indiana Jones syndrome going on. You know how in Young Indiana Jones, Indy would just somehow be in place for an important historical event every week, and he would meet a famous person, etc., etc.? Well, when the point of Gundam, the original Gundam, was that you were seeing a very small part of a very large war, it just so happens in Gundam the Origin that every single person you saw in First Gundam was in contact with the other people in First Gundam that they never interacted with in the series, or with the important and famous people of the era, such as Dr. Minovsky, the inventor of the fusion reactor that makes mobile suits possible. So, I like it. It's well animated. Yoshikazu Yasuhiko, the original manga artist, the original character designer for Gundam, I love his work, and he was supervising director on this as well. It's good. I'm looking forward to the next two movies over the next couple of years, which have the Battle of Loom. And look at Heavy Arms' score. 2750 in mobile suit kills. Very good use of the Efreet Schneid there. That's one that's very hit or miss for me. I either do it very well or I just get killed left and right. When I used one later in the night, I could not swing my axe without getting knocked down and murdered. So I think I was too close for a lot of it because, of course, like the Proto Gundam, as Zero reminded me, the chef does not do anything. But that is going to do it for Gundam Battle Operation. We will be back with more soon. So, until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! 今回の戦闘報酬です。完成した設計図があります。